overview. So just to reiterate, the cervical cancer is one of the cancers that affect our women because they are the ones that have the cervix, and it's a very common cancer amongst us. It's the second most common cancer after breast cancer, and really it's a very highly preventable cancer, and that's why we are creating this awareness that even though cervical cancer is common, it can be prevented. I always say that God really loves women, because before we develop into a full-blown cervical cancer, it goes through some stages, and these stages are where we can halt the progress of cervical cancer. So we have the pre-cancer stage, where if a woman is going through the process of screening, you'll be able to detect this phase, and it can be cured at that time before it gets to full-blown cancer. Now, also the early stages of cervical cancer can be cured, but however, you need to be detected early. The problem with cancer is the fact that it is not detected early. But our viewers, what is even cancer? Cancer is an abnormal growth. We all have cells in our body. What do we mean by cells? We have tiny, tiny things that we cannot see until we see them under the microscope. Just like our hairs fall off, our skin also renew. So the cervix, the skin around the cervix, what we call the cervical epithelium, can also experience this growth from time to time. When it now begins to grow abnormally, it can develop into a cancer. What is the cause of this cancer? Largely, in about 99% of women. That means if you take 10 women, in about 9 of them, the cause is known is by human papilloma virus. The virus is very common amongst us. All of us throughout our lifetime may come across human papilloma virus. However, our body system clears it for most part, so you won't even know when you have had it. However, it's just a small set of people that that this virus remains in, just a small stubborn set, and it depends on the type, because there are over 100 types. So it depends on the one that remains on your system. It's those ones that remain that begin to change the cells in the cervix. Remember I said that cells are those tiny, tiny blocks. You know, when you are building a house, you have some small, small blocks. Those blocks are what we call cells, but you don't see them with your naked eye. So those changes begin to happen in those cells, and when they have changed so much from the normal, they now become cancer. That is what we call cancer of the cervix. You know, you can have cancer in any part of your body,